Welcome to Color My Art. You pick the colors and then we'll start. I'm your teacher, the artist. Yeah, that's me. My co-host Corey, always making us happy. So sit back and watch and have some fun. Comment with a color, I'll use every one. Welcome to Color My Art. You pick the colors and then we'll start. Welcome, oh welcome to Color My Art.
Hello and welcome to Color My Art, the Facebook Live show where you get to pick the colors I use on my piece, as well as some fun interactive segments like Would You Rather questions. Normally, I'm joined here by Corey. He's on vacation, have a better time than me right now. I'm assuming, I love doing Color My Art, but vacation's better than this. I am excited to announce that I'm going to have a very special guest on here today, someone that I actually met when I was on my tour, going across the country, doing 33 states. One of them being Alaska, where I met the person that's going to be on here this evening. And I'm going to introduce here in a second. I'm your host, Tyler Charles, as always, and we will be getting into a piece. I have to use my phone for my notes until the guest is gone. So I'm going to show you the piece that we're going to be coloring right here. Normally I'd have a camera for that. And then I'm going to have numbers. I'm going to have the guest ask or give us one of the colors, and then you guys get to pick the rest. So before I continue just rambling, let's get into this promo for this incredible comedian and filmmaker and artist and all the stuff in general. So here we go. Hello, how is it going, Haley?
Hi.
This is the person we're going to be interviewing for today. I'm very excited. As you saw in the promo, she's hilarious and she does a lot of cool stuff. All of the footage that was like actual footage was something I'm assuming you shot. Yep. So it's good stuff. It was really interesting to watch all those videos. I really appreciate it. So to get into this to start, I just kind of want to go over a brief overview. You and I met at a comedy show. I saw you perform, saw me perform. It was a lot of fun. We had a good night. And then I went into your Instagram. You sent it to me. It wasn't invasive at all. But one of the pictures that was on there was a picture I took actually of you and your friend.
That was outside of Coots.
Outside Coots?
Was that the one?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. That was fun. So let's get right into this. How did you get started into comedy?
I have a friend from school who invited me out to open mic night. And
like high school or college?
UAA college.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in one of my classes, and she had a friend who does comedy, and she invited me out, and I was like thinking to myself, I'm like watching these people, and not everyone is funny, but everyone tries, and I'm like, I can do that. Like, people make fun of me already. Why don't I just do it myself before everyone else does?
Did you think you were gonna be funny, or did you think like, hey, fuck it, like I'm gonna try?
I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I'd be funny or not, but I'm like, I just go off of like what happens to me on the daily basis,
Yeah.
and it turns out that I'm funny.
Yeah. No, there's a lot to mine in your daily life, I feel like, especially with
Yeah.
comedy. That's where it comes from, I feel like. Otherwise, you're just making shit up. So how long have you been doing it then?
I think 3 years or almost 3. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, I started in 2020, so yeah, 3 years.
So like right during the pandemic, you just were like,
Yes.
I'm bored. Did you do open mics? How did that work? Did you have
Yeah,
to wear masks?
it was before everything closed. It was before
Okay.
mask. It was
Oh, okay.
like early before the pandemic started, early
Okay.
in the year. It was like March, I think.
Yep.
So I went every what was it? Wednesday and Sunday. I went twice a week for a few weeks, and then everything started shutting down. And then shut down for a while, and then when they opened up again, it was I started coming back, but it was only one day a week, Wednesday nights. So I started coming back Wednesdays.
So
And
how many times did you do it before you couldn't do it?
I want to say just a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
March, April. Well, I don't know when everything closed, but it could have
Yeah.
been a few months actually.
Yep. Well, if it was a few months, so did you go like every week? I'm just trying to base like, did you go 10 times? Did you go once? Did you like?
Let's see if I started in March and if everything closed, March, April, May, June.
Yeah, definitely by June.
Yeah, I probably went for like probably 6 times.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then had to wait. Just had to wait there for. Yeah. I honestly didn't do anything during that time too. I actually moved out to Colorado myself, Colorado Springs, and the pandemic hit, so we didn't do anything. Like I think we went to one comedy show, but I've been doing stand up for like on and off 10 years, like since I was 23, something like that, and I'm 34 now. So yeah, about 11 years. But there was like a big chunk where I didn't do it. What was that?
You do it with your guitar, don't you?
I just did that. I just started that year. The year you saw me, I literally just picked up a guitar and started doing it.
Okay.
I did normal stand up for years. And just, I don't know, I didn't have a passion for it like I did with music. And I knew that if I wanted to go on that trip, I definitely needed to learn how to play the guitar and do that. So I did.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, well, thank you. You were amazing. You were honestly one of the funniest people up there that night. Like you said, there can be people who crash and burn, and there were. Like every open mic, it's just going to happen. But you were not one of them. Me and the person I was with, Eric, thought you were very funny. And the clip I showed in the promo, like I was
picked a good one. You picked a good one.
It cracked me up. I was sitting here like trying to figure out some stuff for my drawing and stuff and listening to it. And I just started cracking up. So it was a good one to watch. And listen, it's a good joke.
Thanks.
So have you, let's get into like a little bit of like, just, you've been doing it for 3 years. So you've gone to a decent amount of shows. Do you go,
Yes.
like, have you been doing it a lot lately? Like, what are you going weekly? Are you going like nightly? Like, what's your setup?
For a while, I
Monthly,
was going
yearly?
every single week. During the summer, I did one full week, 7 days straight in a row.
Yeah, that's
I found
intense.
places, and I went here and I went.
You'll
out of
get
town
good quick that way.
Valley. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I did a lot of comedy. Lately, usually when school starts, I don't go as often, and so I haven't been going as often. But I still get on shows every once in a while. Last month, I did the Mad Murners show, and that was a good show. That was a fun show.
And so all of your stuff is based out in Anchorage as well, Anchorage,
Yeah.
Alaska. So if anybody's out there, I actually do have people from Canada and Alaska watching the show sometimes.
Oh,
so
cool.
if you ever want to check it out, what was it called again?
Which one?
The show. Any of the shows that they could come see.
Oh, Thursdays.
Really?
I think it's the last Thursday of the month is the comedy show at Mad Myrna's.
Okay, cool.
And then open mic night Wednesday nights at Coots, and then there's open mic in Palmer on Tuesdays.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's not very
fantastic. But with that being said, so getting into something a little, have you ever dealt with a heckler? And if so, what's the worst interaction you've had to deal with?
Yeah, sometimes. Well, I try to ignore them, but I've been trying to come up with like comebacks. Um,
Have you?
sometimes I can come up with something good. Usually, I just come up with it on the spot. It's not something I usually like to think about.
Yeah, you kind of have to wing it because people are shouting dumb
Yeah.
shit and it's all over the place. Like if they're
Mhm.
drunk enough. Do you recall any of the like most annoying shit somebody yelled at you?
Yeah, there was this heckler. She was heckling like everyone, and I don't know what she said. I had like this Burning Man joke, and so she's like is a really loud talker, and she just talks over everyone's like sets. And I don't remember what she said. Had to do with one of my jokes, and I just said something like "You're too much for me" or something like that. I don't know what I said, but
Yeah. Well, she probably was too much for everyone there that night because
yeah,
hecklers are the worst. I've never like I've had people shout shit, but pretty much I just continue on with what I'm doing, especially with the music. Like weirdly enough, I did 33 states and like 2 or 3 shows in that each state. And
wow,
I
that's
think
awesome.
I don't think I ever, other than people shouting out "Do Freebird," which is
Mm.
just dumb. But like that, okay, fine. But they're not even saying it like during my set. No one talked, and I feel like that is an advantage with playing music because you can shut them
Yeah,
up with this
yeah, I can
thing
see
that
that.
I'm playing. But hecklers went beforehand. I've had people shout shit, but I just kind of like roll with it.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
yeah, I had a joke. I'm trying to think. I had this joke about Santa Claus and how creepy he is, and just the whole thing. Because I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, and it just
Mm.
I never had holidays, so I just saw that dude as just a weirdo sneaking into people's homes, and I
Mm.
had a joke about that, and a guy in the audience, like a show I hosted, this guy got pissed and was like screaming, "Look, don't you talk about that! Don't you talk about that!" And then come to find
Yeah.
out later, yeah, he had an experience himself with someone in his family, and he had to talk.
Oh,
He told me about it drunkenly, and I'm still like, dude, you gotta go. You can't.
yeah,
Well, don't
yeah,
come to these shows. So yeah,
yeah.
that's probably the most extreme heckler situation I've ever had to deal with. But it was a lot
Mm.
easier because I hosted the show, so I had to be like,
Okay.
okay, now I have to
Yeah.
take over the host role of getting this guy out of here,
Mhm.
rather than making people tell
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes I get awe if I do like a dark joke. I'm like, don't awe me.
yeah, yeah, right. Why are they awing you? Like, because it's like
Well, I
you're.
have a couple dark jokes. Like I have one where it's like, apparently I don't weigh enough to donate blood. I know, sad I can't do my part. And then
Sad you can't do
oh,
it. Yeah,
but the only
aw,
reason I wanted to donate blood was to find out my blood type for free. I
yeah.
recently found out it's FT, failure to thrive,
Yeah, that's good
because
stuff.
I'm small.
Yeah,
Um,
I should address that. I mean, you can
yeah,
like tell a little bit, but like especially from the pictures and stuff. But that is a part
yeah,
of your shtick. A lot of my
yeah,
jokes when I was doing stand up, because I am a shorter dude, definitely were in that lane too. Because it's like whatever, it's
yeah.
my
And a lot of
experience.
my jokes are like short jokes, and some of the stuff, most of the stuff happens to me. Like most of the jokes I do, I
Yeah,
use from what people say to me and tell
yeah,
me things, and like strangers, like yeah, all these just random random things that people say to me. I turn them into jokes.
yeah. No,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
I during when, like I said, I used to do regular stand up, and I most of my jokes were about my stature, like about dealing with that, and like I had a
Yeah.
joke that like I'm like that essentially little people have TV shows, and they should make one about me because it could go on forever, and you could call it Top Shelf because I'm never gonna get there. It's never gonna happen. And like so many other things. And it's good stuff. It's a well.
Mhm.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure you have like I mean I watched your sets, so yeah, you do do a lot about that. And I mean if
I've
it's
I've
funny,
learned to
it's funny, man.
expand off just the short jokes though.
Yeah.
I've learned
No,
to
I agree.
expand. So I'm working on outside of that
Yep.
too.
No, you got to start somewhere. I feel like,
Mhm.
like you said, you've only been doing it for, I mean, 3 years is a long time, but it's like in the scheme of things, if you're doing this, like it's not like I want some career out of doing stand-up. When we went on that trip, it was more so for the trip than the experience of maybe becoming famous or anything. That was backseat to the thing.
Yeah.
So when it comes to stand-up, I'm going to do it until I die because it's fun. Like it is an enjoyable thing. So like getting better at a thing and branching out is how you maybe get those opportunities and like do a lot of stuff. Yeah, good answer, by the way. I liked your answer. Let's see. Have you personally ever traveled to do comedy outside of Alaska or somewhere significantly far?
So I haven't traveled specifically to do comedy, but when I was out of state, I looked up open mics.
Did you?
And I did. I did 2 open mics when I went to my cousin's wedding in Coeur d'Alene. I did one in Spokane and one in Coeur d'Alene, something Post Falls.
Yeah.
And yeah, they all like really liked me. And someone
Awesome.
walked up to me and was like asking about me and like about getting on shows. I'm like, I'm only here for 1 day.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. No, it was the same thing when we went to Alaska. A bunch of people were like, "Hey, there's a bunch of shows on Wednesday," and we're like, "We're flying out like tomorrow." Sorry, man. Like, and honestly, Anchorage was awesome. We had a blast in Alaska.
Good,
it's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
and the show was really honestly packed. That show we went.
Yeah,
was a Thursday.
What time of year did you come? Was it summer?
It was fall. I came the very end of September is when we came. Okay. So yeah, it was like wintry and color changes. It was beautiful. Check out Alaska. I don't know why I'm advertising for them right now. They don't need it. It's beautiful. Okay, so I have some more questions. So when actually I have a question about when you went to those shows. Did you get a sense that like the crowd was different than from your hometown, or was it like did they laugh at different stuff? Did it feel that way? Or was it like no, they're still hitting the things?
I think they are different crowds, but I chose jokes that I knew would work. I chose all my best jokes, anyways.
Yeah.
But I feel it's always going to be a different crowd, and it's hard to assess. The crowd, but I feel like what I did worked. I know I got nervous the first time I did it, and I was like, I like froze for a sec, but they're like, it's okay, you got it. It was cool. It was good.
Yeah, no, support from people is the best in those situations. Like,
and they're always surprised. Oh, Alaska.
Yeah, I bet. Like you're way out there. Yeah, like yes, I am. So. I always love asking this question about anybody because we normally have artists on here, but you're an artist. You do comedy. That's art form. What is your favorite experience that you've had performing or an opportunity that you've gotten through comedy? And I'm going to ask the same thing about filmmaking later, but just think about those.
Oh, I got some for that. For comedy, man, I would have to say so. Like I said, I did a full week of comedy with my friend Andrew, and we were, it was his idea because I was originally going to move out of state, which fell through. But he's like, oh, we should do a full week of comedy. And I was like, okay, sure. And that was a lot of fun. We did Anchorage, Palmer, Girdwood. We did.
I was going to say, I can't believe you found that many places in a week.
There was a lot going on during that time, and not so much anymore. It like slowed down, but that was probably one of the best experiences. We just got to do comedy every single day, a different scene. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt
bad sets that week.
You don't think you had any bad sets? Well, that's very positive. Because it doesn't matter if you're the best in the world. It always comes to get you. But the best ones are the ones that I feel like make you continue to do it. Like it feels so good to command a room with laughter. It's freaking awesome. So that sounds really cool. I don't think even when we were on that trip, we never did 7 days. I think the most I've ever done in a week was 4 days in a row. Not even in a row. It was like 4 days during the week that I did. So that's a hell of an achievement, I would say. You
Yeah.
need a little plaque. I did 7
Yeah, I
days of
was
comedy.
beat by
And
the
open mics too. So it's not like they're paying you to be there. It's like you just
Yeah.
have to go do it.
Yeah.
So let's see here. How did you get involved with filmmaking, and what exactly do you do with it?
I actually went to film school in Seattle.
Oh, okay. Whoa, that's awesome.
Yes, Seattle Film Institute in 2012. So that was a long time ago.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I used to do like acting stuff growing up. I would do like Ren Fair. I still do Ren Fair stuff. And
you act in the Ren Fair, like you're a part of it.
Yeah,
or
I'm like part of a group. Like
that's
this
so
year.
awesome.
I did it this year. I do like they have like a fight show, and I do the fight show.
That's so cool.
So yeah, I was always involved in that, and I used to do acting growing up and take acting classes and all that. And that's what I wanted to be, an actor. But yeah, my dad said that wasn't practical, and I think he was the one who was like, you should do make movies instead. Because I made something on my iPad once, and I like sent it somewhere, and they're like, oh, we want to use this for whatever. And I think they did. And that's when my dad's like, you should go to film school. And so we looked up film schools, and we found this one in this little small film school in Seattle, and I moved to Seattle and went to film school. It was like 10 months. It wasn't like a full degree. It was more like a certification. But I got to learn
10 months.
The basics, and then after that, most of the stuff you learn on the job. So
yeah,
and
absolutely.
From there, I never stopped. Now I like being behind camera. I do like being in front of the camera too. But yeah.
Have you done that? Like, have you had anything filmed, or do you film yourself doing stuff like making a movie? Are you making a script?
I have a lot of film friends, and sometimes I'll be in front of the camera for them, or I'll have to like double for a small child or something, which I've done.
That's kind of amazing. Hell yeah, get you the spots where you can, man. Like, I'll be the double. Like, I'll put on one of those little spinny hats. Let me do it.
Yeah, fur hat, big coat, running through the snow deep to my knees.
Yeah, wow, that sounds intense, actually. Now that you're saying it like that.
It was really cold. It was in the middle of winter.
In Alaska, right?
Yeah, in Girdwood.
Yeah. That sounds intense. So don't do that. But like, so you got? Do you film? Do you edit? Like, what is the angle you're?
Yes, I do everything.
Okay.
I started out doing a lot of PA work, production assistant stuff, and then I kind of worked my way up. I've always been good with the camera stuff, figuring out camera stuff, and I feel like I'm good at editing. I do a lot of editing too. Most of the stuff I edit in film is my stuff, but when I do work with other filmmakers, I do have a film friend, Josh. His name's Josh Brandsetter. He's a filmmaker. He does lots of documentary work all around Alaska. Sometimes he hires me to help with camera assisting or even with editing.
That's incredible.
So I kind of do everything. I wear many hats.
Many hats works out. I feel like you kind of have to be when you're in that business too, because like you kind of helping out with everything if you can, like, because you want to be a part of it. Like when I was younger, I definitely, there's some like one day if I get anywhere, I have some fun videos on YouTube that might get me cancels. I don't know, maybe. I was dumb and like 18. And I that's not entirely true, but I have some like old shitty videos that we made back then, and I loved it. Like making a full production thing, like in a small where I got one camera, and I'm like messing around with friends and like having editing software. Like it's so cool. It's what got me into doing stand up in the first place. We were making those videos, and then the guy I was doing it with, he wasn't there. But on the first part of the trip I went on, there's another guy with us, Scott, who me and him have known each other since we were 8. And we wanted to make like videos, and we were like, the only way to get better at it, I feel like, to be funny, to be goofy, is to get comfortable in front of people. So we should go and see what stand-up's all about. We actually started as a duo, which was,
Oh, cool.
you know, a choice.
Yeah.
It was a choice. We got shit for it for years. But you know, like we didn't want to. It was intimidating, especially
Yeah.
for me, honestly. Like Scott probably would have done it on his own, but it was like we were doing this thing together, and honestly, I didn't want to do it by myself at that point because
So
I
you're
didn't
on
know
the
how I
stage
felt
together?
about it. We what?
Were you on the stage together then, going off each other?
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
that sounds
We
like a lot of fun though. Just like
it
riffing
was a
off
lot of
each other.
fun, and we
Yeah.
do like a rap sometimes, and like songs back and forth, and
Oh,
then like
okay.
just it was fun, honestly.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
we
it
started
sounds-
branching off, and hey, I'm gonna do my own set. I'm gonna
Mhm.
do my own set, and then got into the crazy world of comedy, which is insane.
Yes.
But filmmaking is incredible too. I feel like that is something I dabble in a way with doing these videos or doing like TikToks or like making stuff,
Mhm.
because you don't entirely know much about me, but I do a lot of art. I'm constantly like trying to create this stuff. I just went to a festival a few weeks ago, not to like get in because this is your interview, but that kind of thing is what I'm trying to do. And the video you sent me seemed like legitimately high quality. Like this could be like in a film or a TV show or like something legit. Yeah, good job, because I was like, whoa.
There's film challenges here in Anchorage. There's these film challenges that I used to enter them in all the time after I moved back here. There's like a 24-hour one, and then there's a 5-day one, and some of those films I've done from the reel. Some of them where I've done in a 24-hour period.
Wow.
And some are in 5 days.
Yeah, that's intense.
So
like a 24-hour period, you just made it. Like, how long is the film?
It's 5 minutes or less. I think one of the ones that's in the reel, I think it's like 3 minutes. But we spent a full 24 hours. I was up for like 32 hours straight. Yeah. It can be intense.
Yeah, sounds like it. That's incredible though. That is so they just have a team of people like you, or just you make it?
Sometimes it's just me, but like you can make your own team. So you enter in the challenge, you get your own team, you write it, you edit it, and you film it, and you do all that all in the that time frame. And then you enter it, and then they have a ceremony, awards. They show the films at Bearstooth. Like,
that's incredible.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Have you had any like, let's get into that. What is your favorite experience or most memorable experience doing filming?
I got two. Recently, I worked on 2 feature films here. One in Anchorage, one in Whittier. So the one here was it's a horror-ish, sci-fi-ish film. The director
I thought you said horror. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, horror.
Horror.
Yes, horror, like monster. Yeah. Okay, good to clarify.
We filmed mostly in the director's house, like in his basement for 10 days.
That's crazy.
It was a lot of fun though. His 2 college buddies that he like went to film school with, like they came up here because they're not from here, and it was a lot of fun. Even though we were stuck in a house for 10 days.
What was the sleeping situation? Were you like going to work, or like, and they had places for you to stay, or was it like which one? I guess.
So this one,
did you stay on site?
Well, this one I came home every night, but
okay.
I did stay there for one night when it was like towards the end, and it was like the weekend, I think.
Yep.
Some of the people I think stayed there at his house. That's just too much. It was
no,
but
for real.
It was a lot of fun. And then the other film was a feature film. I think it was last year. It was in Whittier, and most of the people that I worked with on that are from
Can you say which feature films?
Yes. Okay. So this one, I think I want to say it was Actually, I think it was 2 years ago. The one here in Anchorage, Bad Bones. You can look up Bad Bones movie on YouTube, or
Okay.
I think it might be on Prime and like a whole bunch of other streaming
That's
sites now.
wild.
By
That
Scott
is
Adelson.
incredible.
He actually has a project coming up that he just contacted me about in July. So
That is
that'll be
amazing.
cool. Yeah.
Both, and then so the other one's called what?
The one in Whittier. That one is called The Sea Folk. They're
The
still
Sea
working post-production on that. But we
Okay.
filmed it last year. I was originally hired as production assistant, but I kind of worked my way up, and I like working my way up and just hanging around the camera guys, because that's what I like doing, camera stuff. I want to be like a second AC, which is assistant camera.
Okay.
And that was a lot of fun too. It was a little cold in Whittier. There was one night where we were working night shoots, and we stayed out all night, and we were filming outside at the docks, and it was raining, and I was like holding the umbrellas for the camera guys, and it was kind of miserable, but at the same time it was fun, if that makes sense. It was
No,
just like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Because you're doing something you love, but it's also like,
Yeah.
I'm out in this cold.
It's like, this is miserable, but this is fun. Look at these cool like cameras, and I don't know.
Yeah.
We're at the docks, down at the boats, and like you got these like decent actors from out of state too, from like Tennessee, and like I don't know where
That's
the other lady
awesome.
was from, and someone from like True Blood, and like
That's wild that you
Yeah.
got to like be a part of that.
yeah. So
Cool.
that was a lot
I
of
mean,
fun. It's always cool meeting filmmakers and actors from out of state, because then I make those connections too, and
for later. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Like when they're thinking of someone to add to their
yeah,
team.
and
if
they're
they're
like,
out
oh,
there.
if you're ever in Tennessee, you got a place to stay. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, it's my next stop.
You need to make it out to Tennessee, I feel like.
I do.
Yeah.
I will.
So it's just a bit of a drive. Just a bit.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Yeah. I don't even know how far that is. Probably far. I gotta imagine it's like
I know.
probably like 3 days. It's gonna take you 3
Yeah.
days to drive that. Okay, let's get into another one of these questions. I do have a question actually, because you said you're doing horror films, like they're kind of like horror sci-fi things.
Mhm.
Did anything like I always thought like working on a movie, like horror films scare the shit out of me. Like that's just facts.
Same.
But,
I
like-
don't like horror films, but they're fun to work on. The one
That's what I
video
was
was
gonna
also
ask.
a horror film. Yeah.
Okay. So
Well,
it
because
doesn't
you get to
scare
see
you?
them all in like their makeup and like their scary like whatever.
Yeah.
Like
But it doesn't
prosthetics
freak
and
you
all
out?
that.
That doesn't freak you
No,
out?
not when we're working on set. I mean, watching it maybe, but
You couldn't watch
I don't
the
watch
movie,
scary
but you
movies,
could
but
work
they're
on it.
fun to work on.
Yeah. No, honestly, the prosthetics, all the like, atmosphere, the drama. I
It helps.
agree.
Hmm.
But I always wondered that, like, if you were on a set, would it like get to you? Would it be like, this is kind of like freaking me out? I don't know if I want to be here. But apparently not. Apparently it's a lot of fun. Might have to try that out. Just show up at a horror film. I don't know if that's a possibility, but I'll try one day. Let's see here. Well, what's your favorite part about doing filmmaking and comedy in general?
Well, for filmmaking, my favorite part is being on the set. Being out in the field. Like I like editing and all, but I like being on the set around all the people, just like when they call action and you're just watching. The actors.
No, that's
doing
an
their thing,
atmosphere
You
that
know, yeah,
I want to be a part of.
definitely an atmosphere, and just being around that is a lot of fun. And then comedy, I don't know. I have a thing with comedy where I'm always like in my head. I'm always like too nervous. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna be good enough. And then once I actually do it and I go out, I force myself sometimes to go out and do these things. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad I did it. That was a good set. But just usually for comedy, it's usually the after I've done it, after I get off stage. Then I'm like, okay, I'm glad I did it. That was fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then
Beforehand,
you
it's
talk to all the
so
other
stressful.
comedians, and they're like, "Oh, you were a good job," It's like,
Yep.
thanks, you too.
No,
But
that's
yeah.
definitely the best part of comedy. Yes.
Yeah.
The worst part is right before you go up.
Yes.
Right before is
Most
like,
nerve-wracking.
did that guy do good? Oh no. Or did that guy do bad? Oh no. I
And
don't know what
sometimes I
that
think I bomb a
means.
show, and then other people are like, "You were really good." I'm like,
Hmm.
"Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks."
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't see it
I
that way,
didn't
but
think
okay.
so, but
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, have you ever felt in the zone when you're on stage? Like where
Oh,
it's like, okay,
sometimes.
I
Oh yeah.
do feel in control
Oh
of
yeah.
this.
One
Yeah.
time I went up there a little drunk, and it was a really good good set. Uh yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah.
But I don't usually drink before going up on stage. But I
Fair
did this
enough.
time, and it was a lot of fun because then it's just like I don't care about anything anymore.
Yep. No, it
Yeah.
definitely helps. I'll have like a drink or two before I
Yeah.
do stand up most of the time.
Mhm,
Weirdly enough, the last 2 times I haven't.
mhm.
I just didn't.
If I have the right amount, I can be just a little tipsy, and then that's good.
Yeah.
But I don't always know what the right amount is. I'm small. Your
Yeah.
house hits me different.
No, like definitely relate. Like 2 beers will get me pretty lit. So
Mm,
I understand that. Like little, I am a cheap drunk, so it doesn't cost
that's
a
same
lot for me
thing.
to go out. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
uh, so I'm getting the last questions here. Let's see here. Yeah, if you could only pursue one of the things in your life, filmmaking or comedy, which would it be?
Ooh. All right. I was gonna say that's a hard one, but actually it's an easy one. Film, because then I can do sketch comedy film.
You found the loophole. You found the loophole
I found
in
the
the thing. You're like,
loophole.
yeah, technically it's a genre.
Kind of what I want to do next is do some like sketches.
That'd be
Film
cool.
some sketches, write and shoot them, and then I can kind of just mix them both together, film and comedy in one. That's
Yeah.
what I want to do next is work on some like sketches.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
That's super awesome. And then lastly, what are you currently working on and where can people find you?
All right. I am working on a personal project of mine, a film project. It's a documentary, actually. I'm editing it right now, or about to start editing it. Something I've been working on for a long time. That I'm hoping to get into the Anchorage International Film Festival this year. The deadline is August 15th, so I have about a month, 2 months or something like that. It's almost July, so trying to get into that. And then I have a YouTube channel, Cute Dust Films, also on Instagram, Cute Dust Films.
I will
And
link
my
that
comedy
when
is
I share
Haley
it too.
D.
So.
And my comedy page is Haley D Comedy. Yeah, all of my short films that I did myself, where I either filmed it or directed or edited, all of my personal projects are on my YouTube, Cute Dust Films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You get, check them out. Like I said, she's hilarious and her stuff's really good. Like it's high quality stuff. And honestly, I want to look more into it myself just to see some of the other like short films and stuff you've worked on.
Yeah, I'll send you the link to
Maybe check out one of the horror films as I fast forward through it.
I can send you the link to that too, to the Bad Bones ones, because that one's out. The other one's not. But
I will definitely have to check both of those things out. I will, because I'm super interested. You're an interesting person, and like I said, she's got a lot of stuff out there. Check all her stuff out, like she had just previously mentioned. I'm going to link all that stuff in this post after I get out in the comments. So we're going to have you do the last thing, which is I'm going to pop this camera on here. Add a camera. And then I'm going to have you pick a color from the selection.
Ooh,
I'm going to move it over. Sorry. Maybe make it bigger. I'm going to move it over. Hold on.
There we go. Okay.
And we go backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Okay. Ooh. 3 or 6?
Okay. Yeah. This is a little darker. This is a little lighter.
Oh, really? The 3 looks lighter and 6 looks lighter. I mean, 3 looks lighter and 6 looks darker.
And this looks darker. It does kind
go,
of.
how about-
This is a darker purple.
We'll go 6.
Okay. We're doing 6. Well, thank you very much, Haley. I appreciate you coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
You can find her on Instagram
Instagram, yeah. Haley
and
D
Facebook
Comedy and
and
Cute Dust Films. And you can look up Cute Dust Films on
yes.
YouTube also.
Yeah, check those out. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun too. And we'll definitely probably have you back on the show because I have my co-host and he wasn't here. And I'm glad that we got to do this, but it's a different kind of thing when you got music and a crazy guy in sunglasses.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of
thank
fun.
you so much for being on. Yeah, he brings the fun. He does. Not that this wasn't. This is amazing. I had a great time, and I'm excited to have you back on the show. So thank you, and we're gonna pop you off here, and then I'm gonna get to coloring. And thank you for the first color.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep. Bye. All right, guys. Hello. I need colors in the comments, yo. That's what I need. I see you in there with your colors and your choices. I see you in there with them choices and them colors. Where them colors at? Please give me a color. I'd really appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. I'm super happy that Haley came on here. She was great. She's amazing. Very funny. Check her stuff out on YouTube. Like, I'm just repeating what I said before, but I also need some colors. So she picked 6, which I gotta find. Pretty sure it's this one. Yes, it is. So we got 6, and I want 3 more colors. Yeah, 2, maybe 2 more colors. Go right ahead in the comments and throw them in there. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the show grow. And while we wait for your magical colors, God dang it, in there. Whew. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and not 6, because 6 is, it's not available. It's no longer available. Please put a comment with a color. All you gotta do is pick 1, pick 2, pick 3. Maybe pick 4 or 5 for me. I got you with 1, 2, 3. Come on and pick 1 for me. Birds flying high on our feet. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Blossom in a tree. Guys, I need colors. I need colors. I don't know if you suggested them, but do. Yeah. Gonna need some colors. Yes, I do. Find me some colors. That's what I need. All right, let's try this out. Come on, help me, please. I need some colors for you and me. Me to color and you to watch. Oh God, that got terrible. Haha, sometimes you fuck up. There was a time where I didn't regret nothing. Committed the crime. I need some colors. I need some colors from you. Oh, it's Corey. Where's Corey at? I don't know, man. It's not as good without Corey. Where he at? Where he at? Where he be? He picked a color. Yes, he did. He picked number 3. Okay, number 3. Ooh, you guys and your dark purples. I'm gonna get these dark purples, dark purples. Da, 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 da. One thing I really want is some background music, but I don't got it. And I need you all to help me with these colors. I know they look kind of dark, but they're really purple. I hope you can see the difference. I don't know. You'll see it when I add them. You'll see it when I add them. Let's sing a song about Corey being on his trip and living a family life. Let's see. Corey is out and about in the sun, in the shine. He's got his family right there behind. It makes sense that he's having the time of his life. He's out in the great woodlands living up his life. Oh, there's a tunnel there that is slippery and I'm gonna slide on the inside of a place. Don't you think it's crazy that you go inside and there's water all over the place? I want a beer right here. I'm on vacation, living my best life. Mimosas here, all around. Get around, get around, get around, get around. But I can't pay for it, so I disappear before I have to pay for that round. And everyone's like, where'd the guy go that said that he would buy us a bunch of beer? But you were wearing a full Mickey Mouse costume, so they're like, he's not here. Got away with making them pay for your drink and all of theirs. Corey's on vacation, hoping everybody's there. Oh, family, oh, son and wife, all loved ones. Oh, Corey's on vacation. Give it up for living it up on vacation. That wasn't my best one, but it was one. We have one color. I want one more. Just give me one more color. Give me one more color. It's just one more color and I add it. You know, you gonna see. You gonna be like, I don't know if that's like racist against New Yorkers. It's not a race, I guess. This is from the, yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna keep doing it. How about you give me one of them the numbers? You got 4, 5, 1, 2. 4, 5, 1, 2. That's what I got from you. 4, 5, 1, 2. That's what I got from you. I said a 4, 5, 1, 2. That's what I got for you. Let's do something different. Yeah, you picked one. That's dope as hell. All right, I'm going to start. You're like, I don't want to listen to your music anymore. JK. Maybe that is what you mean. I don't know. We got the lightest one there is, but I'm going to use the others for shading. So there we go. Let's get this down. Let's get this up. Looking at the piece. We're going to be creating. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. I got my coffee here. A little sips. So Corey's not here. So I'm going to move this thing up here so you guys can hear me. Hello, hello. There we go. Sorry, I don't not be able to hear the thing. Could you guys not hear me at all? Because that would suck. Hello? You can hear me now, I'm sure. But just trying to check. If you could let me know, I'd really appreciate it. Hello, 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 hello. Da 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 da. I don't know if you can hear me, but hopefully you can. If not, whatever. Sometimes I color in yellow. I feel like it. Sometimes I color in purple because I feel like it. Actually, I really like this part. Yeah. Purple mushroom, yellow eye. It's crazy. Dash of this. It looks awesome, is what happens. That's what happens. Just a little bit of awesomeness. Just a little bit of joy. If you want to leave a comment with it. Actually, I don't have any colors out there. If you guys want to talk, I'm going to try to think of a would you rather question, and you guys are going to answer it for me. People who are here, people who were here. Oh, okay. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Gotta make this stuff yellow. gold hue. All right. I like the gold hue. And then in the corners, where it would be dark, I will add some dark. A little bit of dark right here, a little bit of dark right there. Coming up and making it dark. Is it depth? Gives it a whole bunch of depth. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got that. Little thing will have a change that a bit. Do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do. Guess I'm giving these things a review as I go because I feel like they're fine. They just kind of don't spread well. I wish they blended better, but that might be because of my own skill level. I don't know. But wish they would darken on there. Maybe it's because of the paper. Could be because of that. What kind of paper I'm using. This is a little glossy. Maybe it's not these. Maybe it's just the paper. Mm-hmm. 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 Almost died, folks. Almost died. Let's color these in a bit. Ba-da-doo-doo-wop. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Mm-hmm. God, I wish this stuff was on there better. Whew, there we go. There we go. There we go. It's looking pretty all right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Whew, all right. It's good enough. Right. So look at it. Let's check it out. Actually, pretty cool. Just light in here so we can let's flip it around. Okay, there we go. We got our fairy person here. Yellow Little Grove. I really like the eye. I like that. It's pretty sweet. I do like this one. I liked it. I like it a decent amount. The original, I do like the colors more, but this is pretty sweet. I'm digging it. And yeah, if you like it, like, and thank you for commenting. We put me on here, right up there. Just want to say thank you. Check for any kind of bugs. And then I'm gonna sing a little song to get us out. Thank you for watching us tonight. And by us, I mean Miss Corey is on vacation. I really appreciate Haley coming on the show and talking about her film career and her comedy. Thank you. Thank you for our guests being on the show. We couldn't have done it without you, know. And we had a lot of fun with you on it. We talked for a long time and it was super fun. Next time I'll be on this show. Corey's gonna be back, you know. Thank you for everyone who commented. Gave me colors, it was funny shit. And I think that what we came up with really cool, and I know, and I know, and I know, and I know that you think so too. Yeah. Please like and share my stuff, and maybe find my art. I've been working real hard on making my stuff better, so hopefully when I finish, you'll see me go, wow. This is taking way too long now. I'm just rambling with the song, and I think I need it, but I don't know how. That's how. So I'm gonna end this episode. Thank you for checking out Color My Art. Check me out on Etsy, Stargazing Pro. There's Stargazing Shop on Etsy, Stargazing Productions on Facebook, YouTube, same thing. Yeah, maybe buy some stuff. I got a festival coming up here, September 3rd, 2nd and 3rd, Festival of the Oddities, be in Charlotte, near Lansing. So check that out. Also, give a listen to Haley. Haley, her fantastic filmmaking and her comedy, which is hilarious. Like, she is really funny, guys. I mean, terrible with names. We've already discussed this on this show. I do have her name in here, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, Haley Duray. She is on Instagram as Cute Dust Films. Cutest Films. Get it? Like DUST. Check her out on there as well as YouTube, like you said. And I just want to really thank you for being on the show. If you're still watching, if not, cool. And we will be back next week, Monday. Corey will be here. We actually will have a special guest, so check that out. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.